Welcome to the weekly Oracle card reading for the week of October 21st. Hi, my name is Kelly T. Smith, and I'm the author of the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle cards and also the Guiding Light Oracle cards deck. So this week, we're going to be looking at the energy of the week ahead, and I'm going to be giving you intuitive life coaching tips both on this video and on my blog. So make sure you go to my blog where I'll do a vlog, if you will, a video blog on the energy of this week. I'm going to give you coaching tips and affirmative prayer. So please meet me over there at www.soulsearchingzone.com. So today's reading is going to be using the Guiding Light Oracle Cards app. And we're going to look at how the energy of next week is going to affect us. So I already did that reading for you, and I just want to give you a little spoiler of what's coming next. So I want to talk to you about the theme of this week before I even show you the reading that I just did. And the theme of this week for the energy coming up is that we need to make our inner nudges, our inner desires, our inner guidance about what changes we need to make in our life. We need to make that a priority now. We need to stop ignoring it because something big is coming and we can feel it. And it's like we are getting prepared or preparing ourselves for what we know is already coming. It's time to just embrace it, stop setting it aside, and get ready for positive changes. Hello everyone. So this week we're going to be using the Guiding Light Oracle Cards app. And this app you can find on my website at www.soulsearchingzone.com, and just go to the top tab and look for the Oracle cards, or you can also find it on www.indigos.com, as well as whatever app store you use, whether it's Apple, Amazon, or Google Play. You can just do a search for Guiding Light Oracle cards and it should pop right up for you. There is a free version and a paid version. So we're going to be using the full version today to look at the week ahead for October 22nd. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a 3-card reading, and we're going to ask Spirit to come through to guide us, and our spiritual team to come through and guide us for the energy of the week ahead. Anytime you're working with Oracle cards or asking for divine guidance, it's very important that you focus on clearing your mind first, because the more silent you can get, you create a pathway for that guidance to stream through you. And until you can do that, you're actually blocking the guidance. So we always get quiet, still, and then focus on the question and wait until we feel guided to pull the cards. This week is soul purpose. Wow. The energy of for this week is the soul purpose card. Our limited belief is reaching for the stars, and our new possibility is path of least resistance. So we're going to go ahead and look at the first card. So because this is in the energy of the situation, that means that is the dominant theme for this week. So you are going to start feeling that desire, that push, that pull, that emptiness even that you might feel if you're not honoring your truest work, if you're not giving or doing something that's bringing you joy, that's helping you to feel aligned with the truest work you could do. And the way we do that is through finding what brings us the most joy. Like Joseph Campbell says, finding your bliss. So this week, if you're feeling stagnation, if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling confused, if you're not sure what to do, the energy is about aligning with you already know what to do. You already know what you want. You already know where you're headed. It's about trusting that. So actually this previous week where we're looking at divine timing, divine plan, even asking for our plan to unfold. And now we're getting a very clear awareness this week of what that plan is. And it's about trusting it. It's about not second guessing it. It's about aligning with it. It's about having faith and all of that good stuff. And we know what happens when we're not aligning with our guidance, when we're not aligning with what our soul needs and wants versus what our ego wants. So let's look at the message of this card. The soul purpose card, the message is your passion is your purpose. What are you passionate about? What makes you feel alive? When you follow your passion, all doors will begin to open for you. You could be focusing the path ahead of you by focusing on what you feel you have to do to survive and not focusing on what makes you feel alive. Where are you focusing on all your energy? It's time to pursue anything and everything that brings you joy and happiness. So that's the key. Look at what you have been focusing on, because most likely you've been focusing on what you think you have to do, and you've been completely missing the mark because we're not in the energy of what we have to do. We're in the energy of magic happening when we step into alignment and follow our guidance. So really, and I know many people would say, well, how am I going to pay my bills? And the truth is, absolutely nobody's telling you to quit your day job. But what Spirit is guiding us to do is to actually step into and walk through that door, because there is something new coming forward for you. And the new that is coming forward has to do with you aligning with your purpose. And your purpose has to do with you aligning with your passion. So think about what that is. What is your passion? What brings you joy? What makes you feel alive? It says you have come to a fork in the road, a time in your life when you have to make a choice. If you've tried everything you can possibly think of and yet you still seem to end up in the same place, you're being guided like never before to follow your bliss. Your bliss is your soul's blueprint for your purpose in life. It is the gift you have to bring to the world, the gift you have to share with others. Your gifts were given to you to be shared with others. As you do the thing you love to do, you will awaken within you a vibration that brings forward people, events, and situations that are all in alignment with your purpose. Your life is getting ready to change for the better as you choose to follow your bliss. Wow, I love that. I love that we're in this energy right now. Okay, and the limited belief for this week is the Reaching for the Stars card. It says you have barely scratched the surface. You have unlimited potential and you're getting ready to experience this firsthand. So the energy about this card, which is so exciting, is that the sky truly is the limit, but a lot of times we convince ourselves that we have gone as far as we can go. We convince ourselves that there is nothing left for us to do or to explore, and that things cannot get bigger and better for us, that they're just going to be the way they are. Because maybe we've worked so hard that we have convinced ourselves that no matter how hard we work, we're never going to achieve our goals. We're never going to achieve what it is we want to achieve. And maybe we've put limitations on what we can achieve based on believing that we don't have the resources. Maybe we think we don't have the money. Maybe we think we don't have the time. And so we don't end up doing what we could be doing. We don't end up following through with things that are very important because we have these limited beliefs that keep us stuck. And our ego keeps saying, you're never going to do that. You can't do that. You're not good enough. And if we listen to that this week, we're going to fall into the same trap again, and we're not going to do what we've been guided to do. So it's time to observe your beliefs, bring them to the light, pay attention to them, but do not let the negative limited beliefs run you this week. Challenge them. Your limitations are not real. They seem real, but they're an illusion. Actually, you have unlimited potential. All limitations start in the mind and can be overcome through a shift of perspective in the mind. This card comes to you today to remind you that you can do anything you believe you can do. You may be feeling like giving up on something that you have put your heart and soul into. Know that you have unlimited potential and that you've barely scratched the surface of what is possible. It's time for you to believe in your unlimited potential. Whatever you are working on at this time, keep going, keep believing, and know that you can achieve the seemingly impossible. Nothing is out of reach for you at this time as long as you continue to persevere and believe in yourself. So those words are being highlighted for me. And it seems to be that Spirit's showing me that we've been on a very, very long journey. And we're coming to the end. And the end is where the door opens and we go to the next level of our journey. But really, we feel like we're at the end, we're tired, we're worn out, and we want to give up and we want to quit. And the message here is you cannot quit. The door is right in front of you. You have to persevere and believe in yourself. You can do this. God did plant that seed in your heart for a reason, and it's time for you to listen. You can and will achieve your goals at this time. Not only can you achieve the goals you've set out to achieve, but you can also achieve much more than you think you can. Keep going, keep doing, keep believing, and you will achieve all that you set out to achieve, and much more. If you're currently experiencing a setback in your desired outcome, think of it as a pause, a time to redefine your vision and strengthen your belief in infinite possibilities. This card is your sign that you will surely succeed as long as you keep going. I love that message. Don't give up. Whatever it is you feel guided to do, don't give up. And the third card that really kind of sums up the theme of the energy of this week as we're doing that soul searching, going within, asking, searching for answers. The outcome and the final message is path of least resistance. When all doors seem to be closed, it's because you haven't tried to open the correct one just yet. So I love this message. It is reminding us then, if you're to stand still, if you feel lost, if you feel confused about what you're supposed to do in life, and no matter how hard you try, you keep on feeling like you're banging your head against a brick wall, it's because you have to change something or tweak something. Sometimes it is the smallest change that you make that ends up bringing the biggest opportunity you could ever imagine. So it's not that, I know that the path of least resistance sounds like, well, I keep trying, and it's not working. So maybe this isn't my life purpose and I need to quit. That is not the message. The path of the least resistance means whatever, just keep tweaking it. Just keep listening, keep following your heart, asking for guidance. And maybe what you did last week didn't work, but if you change one thing, this door is going to swing right open. That is the message of this card. You may feel as if you've exhausted all possibilities and resources. So again, that is this message that keeps coming up, that we're exhausted, we're tired, it's been a long journey, we want to give up, we tried everything, we think we're listening, but nothing's working. And that's what Spirit's coming through loud and clear to say, you have not exhausted all your resources, because resources are unlimited, because there's infinite potential, and we need to give our energy to Spirit. We need to surrender it over to a higher power and stop trying to do everything on our own. We need to ask for guidance. We need to pray. I'm very big on prayer. We need to align with the source from within us and listen. Because when you do that, you're going to get an answer. And when you get that answer, it's not going to come from your mind. So it's not going to be limited by what you think you have to do to survive. It's going to be the answer. So this week, do that. Ask and then listen. There's unlimited possibilities and resources available to you at all times. But for this particular situation, there's something that needs to happen for the highest good of everyone involved. There's something specific that needs to take place. And until that something shows up, you may feel as if there is no movement at all. If every door you try to open remains closed and locked, it's because it's not the right door. Don't force the door to open. If you're busy trying to force things to happen, you're going to miss out on the opportunity to walk through the correct door when it's ready to open. Do not feel discouraged, and most importantly, do not give up. You will have the opportunity to walk through the correct door, but until then, don't try to control the situation. Don't try to force things to happen. Continue to put your wish out into the universe, and when the timing is right, be ready to follow the path of least resistance. So thank you all so much for listening. I feel like this is a very, very powerful message for this week coming up. Be sure and check out my blog at www.soulsearchingzone.com. I'm just getting started back with readings again, so please be sure to subscribe because I'm going to commit to doing them every week, and I'm very excited because that's the message I've been getting from Spirit is it's time for me to do my readings again and stick to them. So I will be here every week. Again, you can check out my blog at www.soulsearchingzone.com, and you'll be able to find coaching tips on this week's reading. So I'll go a little bit more into tools and coaching tips on what we can do to make this the best week moving forward. Have an amazing week, and thank you again for listening.